Hi friends, welcome back to NEET with Bioscience. Today we will start our new topic, that is glycogenesis. What is glycogenesis? Synthesis of glycogen. Glycogen synthesis is known as a glycogenesis. Then what is glycogen? Glycogen is polymer of glucose. We all are very much aware of glucose. So glucose, it is a monomer, and when the chain or the branch of the glucose molecules together is present, then it is known as a glycogen. Alright, glucose monomer, glycogen polymer. The glycogenesis or the synthesis of glycogen takes place in the liver and muscle cells. Two tissues are mainly involved in the glycogenesis, that those are liver and muscle cells. So why there is a need of glycogen synthesis? So glycogen, it acts as a storage form of glucose. When there is a need of the glucose by our body, so that glucose will be supplied by the breakdown of the glycogen, because we had already discussed the polymer of glucose is known as a glycogen. So those polymer, when it will get breakdown, so it will release the free glucose, and that free glucose will be utilized by various organs. For example, if we take the example of a brain is such a vital organ of our body, yeah, and the main source or the main fuel of brain is a glucose, or we can, in a simple language, we can say that the brain cannot function without glucose. So when there is a fasting stage, when there is a glucose level in the circulatory blood system goes down, in that case the glycogen which is stored in the liver and the muscle cell, the breakdown of the glycogen will take place into the glucose, and those glucose will be available for various organ. But only the liver will supply the glucose in the circulatory system. Muscle cell, there is a difference, just remember, there is a difference between the muscle glycogen and the liver glycogen. In the liver glycogen, what happens? When the glycogen will get breakdown, so those glucose molecules will come out of the liver cells and it will run into the circulatory systems and will be available to the required organ. But there is a difference here in the muscle cell. Here what will happen? After the breakdown of the glycogen, those glucose molecules are available for glycolysis within muscle cell only. So those glucose molecules will not come out of muscle cells. I hope you are getting the difference. Liver glucose molecules, after the breakdown of the glycogens, liver glucose molecules will enter into the circulatory systems and will be available by various vital organs. But the muscle glucose, which we will get after the glycogen breakdowns, it is available, or we can say that it is present only in the muscle cell for glycolysis, or will act as a source of energy in the muscle cell. After glycolysis, energy will be released and those will be utilized by the muscle cells for its activity. So there is a difference between the muscle glycogen and liver glycogen. Okay, and the site of the glycogenesis is the cytosol. We know the tissue, liver tissue and the muscle tissue, but in the muscle cells or the liver cell, glycogenesis takes place in the cytosol. I hope you are clear. So we can summarize this thing as the conversion of glucose to glycogen. So glucose is a single molecules. When it is converted to polymer, means conversion of glucose to glycogen is known as a glycogenesis, and it will take place in the well-fed state. Well-fed state. During the well-fed state, when there is an excess of the glucose is available in the blood circulatory system, some of the glucose molecules will be stored in the liver or the muscle cell in the form of the glycogen. So we can say that glycogen, it is a storage form of glucose. So during the well-fed state, excess of the glucose will be stored in the liver and the muscle cells for further use when there is a depletion. So glycogenesis takes place in the well-fed state, and when there is a fasting stage, so reverse will take place, glycogen breakdown. So that is known as a glycogen breakdown is known as a glycogenolysis. So glycogenolysis takes place during the fasting stage, and glycogenesis means synthesis will take place in the well-fed state. And the conversion of glucose to glycogen, glycogenesis, and the breakdown is glycogenolysis. Clear up to this thing? Okay. Now, there are the various stages of glycogen synthesis. Alright. So, first is the activation, initiation and elongation, and then the branching. So, before directly jump to the process, let us compare the glycogen synthesis with that of the growth of a tree. Okay. So, let's consider, suppose this is a single glucose molecule. Alright, and this is like a seed. Okay. So, when we what will happen during the growth, the seed, it will convert to small plantlet, yeah, small plantlet, some leaves, and only the one branch will be formed from a seed when the seed germinates, right? After the seed germination, small plantlet will form, and again after the growth for few months or few years, the various branches will form, right? And it will be like a complete tree having the so many branches. Yeah, so seed, then one branch or one plantlet, and from the one branch many branches. Same way the glucose will convert to glycogen, or the glycogen synthesis will take place from single glucose molecules. So the first step is the activation of that glucose molecules. Glucose molecule has to activate to form the polymer. So the first step of glycogenesis is activation of glucose. Then from the activated glucose molecules, it will form a short chain. Yeah, some short chain of 10 to 12 glucose molecules will form. So that stage is known as the initiation and elongation. First a single molecule will be there, then it will form a short chain. So that stage is initiation and elongation. After the initiation and elongation, breakdown will take place and it will form the branch. Yeah, so here the cut will take place, it will attach here. After the further elongation, there is one cut, it will attach here. So like that the branch will form, and that branch structure, it is known as a glycogen. It is feasible to store the glucose in the branch form or the glycogen form for looking at the space point of view. Yeah, and there is also the osmosis concept is related to that we will discuss in a next class. Okay, so these are the main step of glycogen synthesis: activation, initiation and elongation, where the short chain will form, and this short chain will then join together to form the branches, and that branch structure is known as a glycogen. Yeah, so this step is glycogenesis, and when this will happen? During the fed state. Yeah, during the fed state, when the blood glucose level is high. So some of the excess of the glucose will be stored in the liver and the muscles, that is glycogenesis during the well-fed state. And what will happen during the fasting stage? When there is a need of the glucose, when the blood glucose level is down, and during the prolonged fasting, when the glucose is needed by vital organs, so that fasting stage glycogen breakdown will take place. So this way the glycogen will break down into glucose molecules. So that is reverse of glycogenesis, that is known as a glycogenolysis. In today's class we will discuss the first step of glycogenesis, that is the activation, how the glucose molecule will get activate. I hope everything clear here. Now let us continue our discussion with the activation of glucose molecule. We know this glycogenesis, the two vital organ of glycogenesis is liver and the muscle cell. So we had just discussed that after the breakdown from the liver, glucose molecule will come out of circulatory systems. So there should be the special type of transporter must be there, yeah, so that it will allow the exit of glucose from the liver cell. So that transporter is glucose transporter type 2. or we can write it as a GLUT or type 2. Glucose transporter type 2, it is present where? In the liver cell. What is the speciality of GLUT2 or glucose transporter 2? It allows the entry as well as exit of glucose molecule. Alright, and in the muscle cell, glucose transporter type 4 is present where only the entry of glucose molecule is there, not the exit. So those glucose molecules we had already discussed, it will undergo into the breakdown of process that is known as a glycolysis. It will not come out into circulatory system. Okay, so glucose transporter type 2 is present in the liver and the type 4 is present in the muscle cell. Alright, so now let's start the activation. The first step, glucose will be phosphorylated in the presence of enzyme either hexokinase if it is muscle cell or glucokinase in liver cell. Okay, so glucose will convert to glucose 6-phosphate. One of the phosphate group will attach here at the 6th position of glucose. Alright, glucose, we know that glucose is like a ring structure. Okay, so this is first, second, third, fourth, fifth and this is 6 carbon. So first the one phosphate group will attach at the 6th position of glucose. So glucose will convert to glucose 6-phosphate in the presence of enzyme either hexokinase or glucokinase depending upon the which tissue it is there. If it is muscle then hexokinase, if it is liver then glucokinase. Next, glucose 6-phosphate will convert to glucose 1-phosphate. This phosphate group will shift to first position. Okay, so for example, already earlier it was at the 6th position, now it will shift to first position. This is first carbon. So now the structure form is glucose 1-phosphate and the enzyme is phosphoglucomutase, which brings the isomerization of glucose 6-phosphate into glucose 1-phosphate. Next, the energy rich nucleotide will come here, that is uridine triphosphate. Uridine triphosphate, we can write it like that. Phosphate, uridine triphosphate. So out of that, what will happen? One break will take place here. Okay, so how many phosphate groups? 2 phosphate. So this 2 phosphate will be released. This is known as a pyrophosphate, and this 1 phosphate and this nucleoside uridine will attach here. So it will help in the generation of glucose. Uridine diphosphate glucose. Let's see how uridine, because already 1 phosphate is there at the first position. Okay, one more phosphate will come. So 1 and 1, 2 phosphates. So diphosphate and uridine is there and the glucose. So the structure form is a uridine diphosphate glucose, and this is the activated form of the glucose. Only after the activation glycogen synthesis will takes place, and the enzyme involved here is a uridine glucokinase. pyrophosphorylase. Phosphorylase. Uridine glucose pyrophosphorylase. Are you getting what is happening here? The first glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate. One phosphate group will attach at the 6th position. Then isomerization, from the 6th position, that phosphate group will transfer to 1st position. So we'll get glucose 1-phosphate. Okay. Then energy rich nucleotide will come, that is uridine triphosphate, UTP. We can denote UTP as U and 3-phosphate group. So with the help of enzyme uridine glucose pyrophosphorylase, 2-phosphate group will be released, or there is a breakage at this position. So 2-phosphate group will be released as a pyrophosphate. Alright, and 1-phosphate and this uridine will attach to glucose. So already it is having the 1-phosphate group. Now one more phosphate will come. So diphosphate. So uridine diphosphate glucose, and this is a activated form of glucose. Activated, and this complete step is known as a activation. Only after this thing the polymerization of glucose will takes place. Alright, and this pyrophosphate, it will again break down into 2 molecules of inorganic phosphate. Yeah, 2 different, means this bond will break with the help of enzyme phosphorylase, pyrophosphorylase, and the energy will be released. It will be utilized for this reaction. Okay, phosphate pyrophosphate means 2-phosphate group. So after the breakdown, 2 inorganic phosphate will be released, and that energy will be utilized for further reaction. Alright, so this is all about the introduction and activation of glucose molecule in this class. Next class we will discuss initiation, elongation, and how the branching will take place, and that together all these steps constitute the synthesis of glycogen, that is glycogenesis. I hope everything is clear up till now. If you are finding this video useful, please like, share and subscribe. In next class we will discuss the further step. Okay, thank you.